Hello everyone, it's Laura here, and yeah, if you don't know my channel, if you're new here, I'm an artist who likes to do coloring, painting, and drawing tutorials, and yeah, I thought we had started this live a little while ago, and I thought, let's continue. Hello, Afton, welcome, nice to see you here. So yeah, we started this, I don't remember exactly when, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and I showed you guys how to do the skin tone, but I thought I would finish it off and do it on camera for you. So I'm gonna jump right in and start working on the hair, I think. So I'm just gonna move it a little bit and zoom in. All right, how is everyone this morning? I see we have some people in the chat already. And what color hair do I want to do? I haven't really decided. I guess I should have figured that out before I started the video. I think I'll have her do brown hair. Hello. Welcome, Teresa. Good morning. White hair. I could leave it white. I was thinking about maybe a brown. A gold rose in it. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I was thinking of brown, only because a friend of mine, Sherry, says she reminds her of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So I think I'm going to give her brown hair. Lavender. Yeah, I could do lavender. I've done all kinds of weird hair colors before. Yeah, I definitely will put some auburn in it. You got it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with brown hair. I'm going to start with 946. This is dark brown. And we're just going to get right on into it. So how's everyone this morning? Yeah, Teresa, this is one of my coloring pages in my Etsy shop. It's just a single downloadable page. I started coloring this because a friend of mine, Ange, asked for help with it. She said she was having difficulty with the skin tone, with the face. So I started this series sort of not intending to do it, you know, like I didn't really think about doing this before, but when she asked for help, I was like, sure, let me sharpen this pencil. Just a little bit. There we go, that's a little better. So yep, always happy to help out if I can. Yeah, I kind of like how it's turning out, so I figured let's finish it. Why not? So I'm starting here in like the darkest area. This is going to be pretty dark there. Oh, okay. I'll zoom out. Is that better? You got it. Yeah, Afton, I'm glad you like my book. I do plan on making another one. I'm actually in the midst of figuring out exactly what the next book will be about. But yeah, I'm always drawing new pages. The next book will be a little bit more top secret, though. I'm gonna keep it a mystery for a little while until I really get a good sense of what I'm doing. But yeah, I do release new pages when that don't fit into my book ideas on my Etsy shop. So like this one here, it was something that I just felt like drawing. It was actually a page that I thought I might include in my book, but I didn't. But I still liked the drawing, so I put it in my Etsy shop. Hello, Nana. Uh-huh. Hope everybody's having a nice morning. Is anybody coloring? And if so, what are you coloring? I'm always curious. Menu at the Water. I've heard of that book. I think I have it on my wish list too. I just haven't gotten it yet, but it looks beautiful. I'm gonna rotate the page. I try not to, but it's so much easier ergonomically for me. No, it doesn't matter. Teresa, it doesn't matter if you're good right now. If you continue, then you will improve. I wasn't very good when I first started. So, it's just a matter of practice and time. And as for printing pages, I recently did get a printer, but before I had a printer, I would go to like my local copy shop, Staples, Kinko's, something like that, and just get my pages printed on 110-pound cardstock. And that works great, and it's pretty cheap. So if anybody is lacking a printer and still wants to still wants to print out pages. That's a nice way to do it. There's a lot of other options too. Some local libraries will let you print on their printers for like 10 cents or a small fee. It depends on the library. So there's ways around it, even if you don't have a printer yourself. Yeah, Teresa, it's just about practice. If you've stopped, then picking it back up again, it will take some time to get back into it, but you'll get there, don't worry. It's about having fun more than anything else anyway. As long as you're having fun, I think that's the most important bit. Hey, Dee Dee. Nice to see you, dear. All right. I'm working on this page here. Thank you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I'm a huge fan of you. If everybody doesn't know Dee Dee, go check out her channel. She's amazing. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Well, welcome. Always nice to have new people here. And for all those who are new, I already did the first 2 parts of this skin tone in 2 other live streams on my channel, so you can find that later if you want to kind of catch up and see what you missed. Thank you, Dee Dee. I'm glad you love it. I love your... did you see? I'm like still... So I'm torn. I found a frame where you can do a double-sided glass, so I could like flip it around. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, but then I'm going to have to like be flipping it all the time. I don't really know what to do. So, and then I found a different frame that's like really, really beautiful, and it kind of fits with my decor better. So I'm thinking about doing that. But yeah, I love your Happy Mail. I know, right? Pick a side. Gosh. I have trouble with that sometimes. That was so funny when you flipped it on camera. I was like, oh my gosh. I literally like, it was so awesome. Oh my goodness. That was so fun that day. Yeah, I'll figure it out, don't worry. But you're going up on my wall. I have a wall of art from other artists, and so you're going up there for sure. Hello, Cat and Paste. I can't get over your name. It's so cute. So cute. Love it. So yeah, right now I'm just establishing the dark areas of her hair. Then I'll go back in with colors and blend it out in the highlight area. Yeah, a dear friend of mine, Sherry, her name is Pipsqueak on Instagram. She's like, oh, this reminds me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and I kind of totally agree. I didn't intend for that, but since that's how we're going with it, I'm gonna give her some nice brown hair. Yeah, right? It's funny because, like, I didn't try for that, but when she said it, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're so right." So now I'm gonna go for it. Gonna make it intentional. Thank you. Yeah, I took, 2 different live stream sessions and did the face on, live stream, so, yeah, you guys can catch that if you want to, how I did it. Okay. I'm gonna rotate the page again. Sorry for all of you who don't like that, but it's so much easier on my hand. Um, Dee Dee, I've always loved painting and drawing, but I've always mostly just done it for fun. So, like, yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. When I was a kid, I used to draw cartoons. Like, I would draw cartoons of me and my friends and all of our silly adventures. And I also started, like, learning how to draw when I was really young by copying comics like Calvin and Hobbes from the, the Sunday newspaper. So that's kind of how I got started. And then over time, my mom saw I was really starting to get very serious. Like, I quit. I used to play the clarinet, so I quit playing the, the clarinet and just sort of focused on my drawing. And then through middle school, I took a couple of sort of like community art classes at like a local like community center. And I excelled in those, and mostly because I worked harder than the other students. I wasn't actually better than anybody at first. I just loved it, and so I worked at it. And then after, let's see, I guess it was high school. I really became serious. So I took AP Art Studio in high school, and like really sort of decided that that was like my hobby that I really loved. And then in my junior year of high school, I was offered a full scholarship to a local college to take art classes for it's like it was a program at a college, but it was for high school students. Um, yeah, you work hard at what you love. So like I didn't start out great, but it's just by loving it so much and doing it all the time that I got really good. So that's why I believe anybody can do it, you know? Like you're like some people say, "Oh, you're so talented," but I'm such a firm believer that skill trumps talent, you know? Like if you just work really hard, then anybody can achieve it. So but yeah, so when all of my friends were out partying, you know, like junior and senior year of high school, you know, like partying and having fun, and every single weekend I was going to a local art college and taking figure drawing classes with live models and yeah, that's sort of like where I decided that no matter what like I actually did with myself professionally, I would always draw. So ever since then, every day I do a daily doodle, and every day that's what I call them. I just draw every day, and then yeah, now I do like commissions and coloring books and all sorts of fun stuff. And but you know, I don't make a living off of it. I do work a full-time job to make ends meet, but it's just that I love it so much I don't really care. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Yeah, I mean, I think that like like I was saying, like anybody can learn. It's just a matter of if you're willing to put in the time. Um, a lot of people expect to be good at things right away, and that's just not going to be the case for a lot of people. I don't really know any artists that were like good right off the bat, you know. Everybody has to work at it. So but that's what I think is so rewarding though, because like once you find that you figured something out, like it's not because it was easy, it was because you put in a lot of effort and time and figured it out. So it's so rewarding when you finally like figure stuff out and get good at it, because then it's like, oh, I really worked for this. Like it's, you know, it's I've earned it. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Janet. Nice to see you here, dear. Yeah, you were, did I see somewhere in one of your streams that you were like a cross-stitch designer or something, Dee Dee? I think I remember you saying something like that, which is so cool. But yeah, I'm a graphic designer and web designer, for the most part, for my day job. I work from home, so I'm able to do live streams when I don't have like client meetings, or like today I have a bunch of work to do, but no deadline. So I can do it, you know, later tonight. I can, you know, catch up on what I missed as far as hours go today. Oh, okay. Store decorator. Well, that's still really creative too. I did that for a while. I actually worked at a like a local mom and pop art shop, and I did that where I made all like handmade signage, you know, like displaying the different sales and stuff like that, and putting up the store window. I totally get you. I've done stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, okay, military. Well, thank you so much for your service, your whole family. I know that's pretty tough moving. But yeah, thank you so much. So, was your husband in the military? Or I'm guessing you weren't in the military if you were doing store stuff and... Oh my goodness, your dad and your husband, wow. Well, you know, I guess you got used to it, sort of like nomadic lifestyle. I've only moved about 8 times in my life, which I thought was a lot until you just said 30. Oh, the Marine Corps. Nice, Afton. That's also really, really cool. Hello, Crafty Kitty. We're just having a nice little chat and working on this little drawing here. Good to see some new faces. I think there's a couple of new people here that haven't been here before, so welcome. Thanks, guys, for stopping in. Aw, Nana. Aw, thanks, Dee Dee. Well, have a great day. I hope you have awesome errands. And, yeah, thanks for stopping in. Alright, we're getting there with this. I feel like we had a celebrity sighting with Dee Dee, huh? I'm such a big fan of her work. I've been watching your channel since I started coloring, and I realized that there were YouTubers out there who did this stuff. It's like, maybe I can do it too. So that's why I started my channel. Alright, we're almost halfway through the hair. And what I'm doing is just making sure that I do directional strokes in the way that the strand is going. And on this particular one, I've given some hints to that already. So if you're coloring the page, you can kind of just follow along with what I have down. Cat and paste, yeah, normally I do work dark to light. That's just because it's really easy to blend with a lighter pencil at the end. So I'll start with the darkest areas and then work in, well, you'll see how I do it, but I'll work in the midtones and then finally the light, and then I'll usually blend out and sort of moosh it all together with the lightest color. That's just how I do it. Oh, thanks, Janet. Well, if you want to learn control, let me grab a scrap. When I was in class, I know this is really, really bad, but like when I was in high school and I was just, yeah, it's just a scrap heap. So when I was in class and I just wanted to like hone my skills but still pay attention, I would just do like straight line exercises where I would just do this over and over again. And the thing is like when I first started, they would look like, you know, like but, you know, over time you just, you know, you learn. And then I would do like circle, you know, like, okay, that's not that good, but like, you know, you just sort of. And these exercises are really silly and they don't look great. You know, I mean, I'm not going to show that to anybody, but that's sort of how you learn like control with your hand, how to draw, you know, different shapes easily. So that's a really quick and fun exercise. You can do that while you're watching TV or, you know, I mean, I did it in class. I did it in high school while I was listening to the teacher. I would just, and of course the teacher would always get mad, you know, like, come on, stop drawing in my class. Oops, sorry about that. Good to see you guys are still with me. There we go. Back. I'm back. Yeah, I think it is muscle memory. I think it's also just, learning how to move your wrist and your arm in a certain way so it's easier for you. And everybody's going to be slightly different. Everybody's a different person. But there are certain things like, not always moving the pencil with just your fingers, but also your wrist and your elbow. There's a lot of different ways to learn muscle control, but yeah, I would start out with just straight lines and circles. I used to do, I don't know how many bazillion circles and straight lines I've done in my life, but when I'm just having some downtime and I don't have time enough to like do a piece or color anything, I'll just take a piece of scrap and just have at it. And the more you do, the better you get, like anything else. So yeah, there's a tip for you. But yeah, over time, it's just I think it is muscle memory. You're very, very welcome. Happy to help out. And if you're craving more lessons like that, I'm sure that there are like online art lessons that you can look up. But if not, you can always just ask me and I can give you more. Yeah, I think it's just practice. And the nice thing of those straight line exercises is that they're so relaxing. Like, you don't have to stress about what color you're using or... Afton, thank you. I was thinking about it. I've sort of been showing some drawing and some painting without coloring already. You can see some of that on my channel. But it seems like a lot of people ask for coloring tutorials, so that's why I've been mostly focusing on that. But yeah, I can do all kinds of videos, and I'll just start playing around and seeing what people like. Yeah, I did a series actually about how to be a coloring book illustrator, and I did a bunch of drawing on camera there. I think it was time-lapse though. I don't think it was real time. So I did a couple of drawings already. They were portraits. But then I've done some painting on. I have like a watercolor galaxy tutorial. That's like a lesson. See, I do have some things up, but not very many. Most of it's coloring. It's been the main focus. And I totally get it. I mean, people see me more as a colorist now, I guess, than an artist. So that's totally fine. I love coloring. Oh, thank you, Kat. I have experience teaching. I used to teach private lessons. It didn't pay very well, and and at that time, it was just sort of a tough situation financially for me, so I ended up quitting that job. But I love teaching. I love the students. I love seeing them progress and improve. So, oh, thank you, Janet. I'm glad you liked my Sleep to My Art. I actually started recording another one yesterday, but I got interrupted by work, so I'll hopefully finish that up soon. Darn work. Getting in the way. I guess we do what we have to though, right? But yeah, the next sleep to my art will be a colored pencil one. So that'll be fun. Just a colored pencil drawing from scratch. So you will see me drawing real time in that one. And what's fun about those, I've been watching Isabel's. Have you checked out Isabel's, Janet? Oh, they work so well. Like last night I put her new one on and it knocked me out. It was awesome. I was like, oh, all right. She has such a soothing voice. Like I just put it on, closed my eyes, and then bam, I was asleep. It was amazing. I don't normally have trouble sleeping, but it's just nice to hear her voice. Hello, Darla. Nice to see you here. Welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming by. See, I'm getting there with the dark, shadowy bits. And then we'll move on into the auburn midtones. Alright, so we have this. A little dark spot back there. It's such a lovely day today. Yesterday it was all snow and ice and sleet. Now today the sun's shining. It's really cold, but at least it's not snowing anymore. Although it was so beautiful. When I woke up yesterday, it was like everything had been covered with snow. So pretty. So I went out before I started work or anything and just took some photos. So I'll have to upload those to my hiking Insta later. I have like an Instagram just for my hiking photos. So I'll have to do that. It's so pretty in the sunlight. All the snow is like sparkling and it's so pretty. But then I had to shovel it and it was all downhill from there. Hello, Loretta. Welcome. How you doing? I've seen your latest drawings on Instagram. They're looking pretty good there, lady. Oh yeah, it was very pretty, Darla. So pretty. But then of course you gotta shovel it, right? And then it's like, oh man. And I have a walkway and then I have a big like 2-car parking area out back that I had to shovel. We got about 5.5, 6 inches of very wet, heavy snow. So it was, my arms still are like, oh, it was a workout. And of course, I'm like old school. I don't have a snowblower or anything. Yeah, I'm ready for spring too. Well, that's all right, Loretta. Drawing is awesome. Whatever makes you happy, that's the most important thing. All right. So I think, well, that's good. I'm glad you found out what you love to do. So let me sharpen this, and then we're going to switch color. I'm going to do Yep, I love it all, honestly. I love drawing, painting, coloring, sculpture, sewing. I can't make up my mind half the time. Okay. So I'm going to switch to 943, and we're going to give her a mid-tone. This is like a more reddish brown, so it'll give her like an auburn color. Ah, patience. Well, you'll develop it over time. Drawing definitely does take patience. So I'm going to go right on over the dark areas that I've already done, but now I'm extending it up into the lighter areas a little bit. So this will be our mid-tone. And I'm burnishing out this spot here, which will be very dark, so I don't think we're going to need any highlight in that spot. Let's see. Trying to do. Oh, yeah, that's all right. You'll figure it out. I don't think I've gotten anything right on the first try ever. When it comes to drawing and painting and all that, it takes some time, you know. For you, Loretta, I might suggest that you use thumbnail sketches. So what I used to do is I used to do small little teeny tiny doodles, and it was a lot quicker that way, and I could get a lot more experience down without spending so much of my time or my material on larger pieces. So if you're trying to figure something out, I would try drawing it small first. That way you can kind of get used to things and figure things out. And it might be a little less frustrating and less taxing on your patience. Another thing I do a lot is I break things down. So like, I'll like just draw a hand or a nose or something like a part of someone's body just to get a color scheme down. And then you can apply that to the rest, to a full drawing. Uh-huh. Yeah, half size. Yep. Like I used to draw little faces that were little teeny tiny, like, like the size of like maybe a quarter. And I would fill my sketchbook with tons of little faces. Lots of different shapes and sizes and colors. A lot of the time I was drawing from life at a coffee shop too, and so I would be limited on how much time I had before the person moved, and I never knew exactly when they would move. So that was kind of fun, like a good little game I played. But if you're going to do that, just make sure to buy a cup of coffee or something first, that way you don't get kicked out. One time I just sat down and didn't buy anything, and they're like, "You're not a customer, you need to leave." I was like, "Bro, sorry, I'll buy something." Once I start on an image, I have to finish it. Okay. Everybody has their way. I don't really have that issue, I guess. I have tons of whips. So I'm working some of this color into her skin tone where it's very close nearby. Same concept as this here, where it's light being bounced around. And I'm just going to burnish this little dark spot here. Okay, whatever works for you. Oh, did I? Oh well. I just love this color. It really brings a lot of warmth to her hair. Hello, Andrea. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. How are you? Okay, Loretta. Well, practice, practice. That's how you do it. But yeah, I'm working on hair right now. So I would say the main key is to find chunks and don't do stringy strands. You know, find chunks of hair and find a flow to them. And then just depending on your light source and where the light is coming from, you want to find your highlights and leave those so that it looks shiny. All right. And then you can see I use directional strokes to give it the feeling of being individual strands without actually looking too stringy. And I'm sure there's other really in-depth tutorials on how to draw. I think you've been drawing mostly men. I think there's probably some tutorials out there on that if you're looking. But the overall concept is very much the same. I can see what it's supposed to look like till I actually start working on it. Okay. I don't know exactly. Well, I'm glad I'm working on the hair then for you guys. Hopefully this helps a little bit. And I believe Color and Chat with Sammy also has some nice hair tutorials. So if you guys are looking for that. Yeah, I like Sammy's channel. And after the video is over, I will put links in the description below of Dee Dee's channel and Sammy's channel just so that you guys can go check them out too. Yep, you can add as many or as little as you want. Yep. Yep, Dee Dee stopped in. It's good to see her. Hello, Wendy. That's all right. Look away. No problem. I won't tell your boss. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I think that's just YouTube just playing tricks on me. Let's see. Yep, that's the right attitude, Loretta. Sherry, I'm doing her hair brown just for you. I talked about you earlier here. Yep, totally see her as Belle now. You totally stuck that in my head. So now her hair is going to be brown. That's it. She's Belle. Didn't mean for it to happen, but bam, there we go. Oh no, don't worry. Plus, if you miss it, you can always check it out later. It's no big deal. Let's see. Oh, is it buffing? Buffering? We back? I hate that. Okay, good. Thanks, Elaine. And I'm just erasing my hand. I have like all this schmutz on my hand. Here, let me clean up my... Okay, good. I'm glad we're back. We're back in action. Alright, go get some. Yeah, I haven't had any caffeine today either, actually. But that's okay, I don't drink coffee anymore. I used to, but I quit a long time ago.